you, Madhu. We'll move on to the last talk of this session. Speaker is Traksu Sarma. The title is Scattering ADS.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Can you see the screen, the slides?
Yes. Your time is for 30. Talk should be for 13 minutes and 2 minutes for discussion.
Hello, everyone. I would like to start by thanking the organizers for giving me the opportunity to present my work on scattering in anti-de Sitter spacetime. This work is done in collaboration with Professor Abhijit Lade and will be out on arXiv hopefully in a couple of weeks. The work is mostly focused on simplifying the Witten diagrams computations. As you know that Witten diagrams are usually computed in position space, which is a difficult task, especially for more than one loops. Similar difficulty also arises in computing the flat space Feynman diagrams in position space. But the existence of translation symmetry in flat space makes the computations of Feynman diagrams much simpler in momentum space. This motivates one to define the momentum-like variables in ADS. But there is no translation symmetry in ADS. So what do we mean by momentum in ADS? In order to answer this, consider this ADS D,1 cylinder of ADS length R. The QIs are the boundary points and C is a bulk point. We approximate a region in ADS as flat space. We choose this region to be around point C as this gray region shown in the figure. This region is of order 1, which is much smaller than the ADS length R. The momentum in ADS are the local momentum PIs that are defined in this small region. We will show later that these momentum PIs and the boundary points QIs are related to each other by Fourier transform that is defined just on the boundary. The expectation is that in this limit, the ADS Witten diagrams in a momentum space will reduce to the flat space scattering amplitude plus some 1 over R corrections. Now let us understand this flat space limit in more detail. The diagram shows two possible scenarios for the exchange Witten diagram. In figure A, the exchange occurs in the small elevator of order 1, which is much smaller than the ADS length R. While in figure B, the exchange occurs over an order R distance in the bulk. Depending upon the external point configurations, one will dominate over the other. Now for the flat space approximation to work, the dynamical process, scattering process needs to happen in small elevator in the bulk, as shown in figure A. But if the configuration B dominates over the configuration A, then the flat space limit is not relevant. However, there exists a kinematic regime in the cross ratio space where A dominates over B, and we can work in the flat space limit if we restrict ourselves to that particular kinematic regime. This point was shown by Komatsu, Paulus, Rees and Zhao in their 2020 paper on Landau diagrams in ADS. In this slide, we'll discuss the definition of ADS asymmetry. In the flat space limit of ADS, the Witten diagrams in momentum space, that is G tilde of Pi, is proportional to the overall momentum conserving delta function plus some 1 over R corrections. The proportionality constant S00 is simply just the flat space asymmetries. But at the subleading orders, the translation symmetry is broken because the ADS curvature starts contributing. Therefore, the correction should not be proportional to this momentum conserving delta function. And indeed, they are not. Still, the corrections are tractable in 1 over R perturbation theory. Thematically, the subleading corrections are shown here. Note that apart from containing the terms that are proportional to the delta function, they also contains terms that are proportional to its various derivatives. For example, up to third order derivative at order 1 over R square and up to sixth order derivative at order 1 over R square, and so on. Now, we define the ADS as matrix to be the terms that are proportional to just the delta function piece of this full momentum space correlator. As shown here, we have just collected the blue colored terms that is the terms that are proportional to this delta function, in order to define the ADS S matrix S0. Now it may seem that we are losing a lot of information by neglecting these terms that are proportional to the derivatives of this delta function. But it turns out that these terms can be derived from the ADS S matrix using the conformal Ward identities. An alternative and commonly used approach to compute the ADS Witten diagrams has been developed in the Mellin space. The ADS S matrix defined above can be used to compute this Mellin amplitude in 1/r perturbation theory. At r equals to infinity limit, that is the flat space limit of ADS, one have a very simple looking dictionary between these two, as shown here, where the Mellin variables S tilde and T tilde are related to the Mandelstam variables S and T by these relations. Again, this dictionary has been shown by Komatsu, Polar-Sees, and Zhao in their same 2020 paper on lambda diagrams in ADS. We have extended this dictionary order by order in 1/r perturbation theory, and schematically the dictionary is shown here. The subleading order corrections at order 1/r with the Mellin amplitude, that is M1, is related to the leading order S matrix, that is the flat space S matrix S00 by this first line. It involves up to second order derivative of this leading order S matrix. The next subleading order correction to the Mellin amplitude at order 1/r square, that is M2, is related to both the leading order S matrix and the subleading order S matrix, that is S00 and S20, by this relation. And it involves up to fourth order derivative of S00. So this means that given the leading order S matrix or the flat space S matrix S00, one can fix both the leading and the subleading order Mellin amplitude, that is M0 and M1. While in order to know the M2 and M3, one needs to know both the leading and the subleading order S matrix, that is S00 and S20. Now in this slide, we will explain the momentum space Witten diagrams in more detail. We will work in the ADS, Lorentzian ADS, that is ADS D,1, which can be thought of as being embedded in RD,2. The metric for this embedding space is diagonal with this following signature. The signature is -1 for the 0th and D plus first component and +1 for the 1 to D components. The boundary points Q's in these embedding coordinates follow the null lie on the null cone Q dot Q equals to 0, and Q's and lambda Q's are identified. Also, the point C around which the elevator is chosen has the coordinates 0, 0, 0, r in this embedding space. Now let us see what these diagrams represent. The left-hand side of this diagram represents a generic 4-point Witten diagram in position space. As mentioned earlier, we'll work in the configuration where most of the contribution will come by integrating out the bulk points in this small elevator as shown as this gray shaded region in this figure. Now, in the momentum space, the expectation is that these momentum variables Pi's that are conjugate to the boundary position Qi's to behave like the on-shell local momenta entering this small elevator. So this is achieved by defining the boundary Fourier transform as shown here, where this Pi's and Qi's are in the embedding space. The factor e to the I P dot Qi is a usual Fourier-like kernel, and the Qi's are integrated over the null cone Qi dot Qi equals to 0. Now, since this position space correlator G of Qi is a homogeneous function of Qi's and Qi dot Qi is 0, this implies the momentum space correlator G tilde of Pi is naturally defined on the on-shell momenta Pi's. This means that is the B plus 2 components of the momenta P are fixed in terms of just the D components of this momenta P. We choose PD plus 1 to be 0, and the rest are constrained to satisfy the on-shell condition as shown here. So this choice results into two things. First, the momenta Pi's becomes tangent to the ADS at point delta C. That is P dot C is 0. This can be clearly seen from the choice of point C and the choice of the momenta PIs. Second, the boundary to bulk propagator at point delta C becomes the plane waves entering the elevator at point delta C, that is e to the I p dot delta C. So this point delta C is taken at order 1 distance away from this point C, that is inside this elevator. Hence, our definition of momentum space for momentum space propagators, along with the choice of point C and the choice of these momenta PIs, provides a nice physical scattering in the bulk-like picture for the momentum space Witten diagrams. Now, in order to compute the momentum space Witten diagrams or the ADS-S matrix efficiently in 1/r perturbation theory, we have developed a set of Feynman-like rules. These set of rules have the property that they reduce to the ordinary Feynman rules in the flat space limit, that is in r going to infinity limit. As an illustration, consider an S-channel scalar exchange diagram of mass me to be the mass of the exchange particle and mass of the external particles to be m. Here lambda is the cubic coupling constant. The ADS-S matrix for this exchange diagram is shown here. As expected, at the leading order, it is just equal to the flat space S matrix, and the subleading order corrections are shown here. We have also computed Snellen amplitude up to order 1/r square using our dictionary. Remarkably, the answer agrees with the known result. So now let me conclude quickly what we have discussed so far. So we have defined a momentum space Witten diagrams as the boundary Fourier transform of the position space Witten diagrams. These ADS momenta have the property that they become the ordinary momenta in the flat space limit of ADS. Next, we have defined the ADS-S matrix to be the terms that are proportional to just the momentum conserving delta function in the full momentum space correlator. This ADS-S matrix contains the full information of the momentum space correlator, and it reduced to the flat space S matrix in r going to infinity limit. We have also developed Feynman-like rules for computing the ADS-S matrix in 1/r perturbation theory. And finally, we have constructed a one-to-one dictionary between ADS-S matrix and the Mellin amplitude in 1/r perturbation theory. Thank you.
Thank you, Traksu. Question?
Hi, I had a quick question. So this Feynman-like rules you mentioned, could you say a few more words about them? I mean, is it uniquely determined in some way? I mean,
Yeah. So, consider that in the ordinary Feynman-like rules, we have at each vertex we have the conservation of momenta, and the momentum is conserved along each propagator also, right? But because of this translation symmetry is broken in ADS, we don't have these properties. But still, we can do something so these propagators will be a function of x in general. I mean, instead of just e to the I p dot x, it contains also the multiplication. It is also multiplied with some function of x. So we can think of that function to be a derivative acting on some. We can insert, first of all, insert a local momenta on these propagators. Let's just say q with e to the I q dot x, and doing the derivative with respect to q will give us x as a factor. So now we can think of that e to the I p dot x plus q dot x to be our propagator, and apply the same Feynman-like rules, and then apply this derivative derivative operators to get the final answer. Is it clear?
yeah, thank you.
Maybe you can take one more question.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah. So is it special to like what you are doing? Is it special to anti-de Sitter, or can I also do the similar thing in de Sitter?
I think we can do the similar thing to de Sitter also, but here like we have this Mellin related these correlators to the Mellin amplitude, right? And I'm not sure how to do that in the de-sitter.
In de-sitter, in the boundary, there's this very nice correspondence between, in the de-sitter using Witten diagram, what you calculate is precisely the same as a CFT correlator in momentum space. You can do the momentum space thing there.
Yes.
This Maldacena-Pimentel work. So, so there also people do talk about this Flax's limit. I was just wondering from that perspective.
Yeah, I think we can do this in de-sitter, and like we are thinking towards that direction only, but we are not yet there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Traksu.